Today, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
The numbers on the ground for Gibson a week ago.
16 carries, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football.
A leap, and he's got it. He got it. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown on the year.
And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
On first down, Hankins. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Throwing on first down, Hankins.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Now a throw here to his running back.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play there for the Raiders.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hankins, he finds his man, complete. It's Frazier. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
That catch good for only a couple. To throw on 2nd down, Hankins. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Someone's sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
7 yards, the pickup there.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Now Goff on first down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season.
And Washington has taken the lead. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up second down. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
On 1st and 10, Hankins. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion. One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. On 4th down, Hankins. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. Very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
Second and 7. Operating from the gun, Hankins. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. On 3rd down, Hankins. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. On 1st down, it's gone. And the Raiders have got him. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Another try after the 1st down sack. Goff. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this returnable for Sims. Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. On 1st down, Hankins. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll make this a 2nd down. Back to throw. Hankins. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Pass on for the extra point. Now we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Scoring summary. 3-play drive. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Goff on 3rd down. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Throwing on 1st down. Hankins. Big hold of the 30. And finally down at the 41-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Hankins. That's caught by Sims. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Looking to throw. Hankins. He gets it to Sims, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Here's Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have moved out in front. Tyler Bass now for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drive of 4 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Goff. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. He can't get him down. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And shedding a man at the 40. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis.
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the 2nd quarter. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Back to throw. Hankins. He'll find Parker again. Complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw again. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. after the touchdown pass to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. On first down, Goff.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff.
Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
Throwing again is Goff. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Goff now looking to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Rosas' kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Now a hit and a loose football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top.
As we now proceed to the start of the second half. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway.
Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
So here are the Raiders now to take over. They're trying to get back on track. They had the loss last week to the Dallas Cowboys. The good news, they've got the lead right now.
On 1st and 10, Hankins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Hankins. Open man here, Sims complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st down, Hankins. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
After the interception, here's Goff.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving.
Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Operating from the gun, Hankins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And now they're in the hurry-up. Off-play action, Hankins.
A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
To throw on 3rd down, Hankins. Escaping the pressure right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
Throwing on 1st down, Hankins. Open receiver here, complete, it's Parker. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs.
2nd down and 3.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's complete. It's Sims. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 20-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Hankins. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds him. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Washington offense heading out. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And his throw here's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Off the play fake. Hankins. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 3rd down. Hankins. And this is going to be hauled in. Oh, what a catch at the 10.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
From the gun, Hankins. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. after the touchdown. Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They'll go again with Gibson. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, here's Goff. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. Now Goff. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. On the return is Sims. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And his throw is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
From the gun on third down, Hankins. It gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
On 1st and 10, Hankins. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw. Hankins. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. After after the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. Now Goff. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Now a first down throw. Goff. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Out of the gun. Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Bass on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. In search of redemption from the pick six. Goff. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Goff now to throw. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Washington on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You're talking about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Washington offense set to take over. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold it for just a short gain.
And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you used the word sparked, because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And possession will switch hands first. And 10. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Raiders are pouring it on.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Washington ready to try again on offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. And this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Washington on 3rd down.
It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
But plain and simple, That's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off?
He's
got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. So out come the Raiders. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 57 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. He had a great strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
A first down run there for Jacobs, but nothing doing as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape. And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. What were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.